So you want to break 20 minutes for 5K? Well, I've got 3 tips that can help you to do that. But this also will work on breaking in just a general PB, whether it's 25 minutes, 22 minutes, 23, you get the gist. So I'm going to give you 3 things that are going to help you to do that. And the first one, which is going to sound obvious, is pacing. You know, we all know what pace we've got to run at to run a sub 20 minute 5K, which is, 6:25 per mile or 4 minutes per kilometre. And you may write it down in your hand, or you may make, mental notes. What happens is you get to the start line, whether it's a race, a park run, the gun goes and that all goes out the window. You go off too fast, or your perceived effort is too fast. So, you think, oh, this is easy. And then next thing you know, you're running your first, kilometre at whether it be 3:45, or you're going through your first, a mile pace, 6:10, 6:20. That's where you're going wrong, because the key to get in under that 20 minutes is, if you're obviously close to that, is to run it as even as possible. So you need to stick to that pacing. So that first mile, hold back, keep an eye on your watch, make sure that you're not going too fast, you're sticking to that pace. Because what's weird is that even 5 seconds could just tip you over into that lactate threshold, and that can make a bigger, a massive difference, and then you will start to kind of plummet. Also, we know that when you get to halfway, that's another point that it's going to come down to mental toughness. You just need to hold on and mentally tell yourself that you can get through that, because we can all run the last mile. So pacing and mental toughness is kind of, that's part and parcel of breaking your PB in the 5K. Point number 2 is tailoring your sessions. So you need to be incorporating some speed work. It doesn't mean running it all week. Just need to incorporate a percentage of your training to make your legs run quicker, to be training slightly quicker than your actual 5K pace. It might only be 10 seconds per kilometre, or it could be 15-20 seconds per mile, just in some reps. I'm going to put a video up there I released a few weeks ago. There's a couple of sessions on there. There's a 2K one. I'd say it's more for the more experienced runner, because it is a really tough session. Probably if you're going to start off, go with a 1K session, and then just tailor it depending on the number of reps, depending on your ability. And then the third point, and the final one, is that loads of people will overlook, is the actual the long run, or even just running at a certain pace, because the 5K is 90% aerobic. So when I mean by long run, I mean that when you're on that run, to run at your aerobic pace. So most of us have got heart rate monitors and stuff, and so you need to be training in that zone. Your watch will tell you when you're training in your aerobic zone. So I think the best way forward, obviously it's completely up to you which way you want to do it, is to do 80-20 training. So 80% of your runs done in your aerobic zone, and then 20% done in regard to, maybe a speed session, tempo, threshold. And then you'll find that once you do these things after a period of time, then you will be able to smash that, that barrier, whether it's 20 minutes, 25, 23, etc. So I hope you found these tips helpful. I think the most important one to start with, because the others are going to take time to get the training behind you, is pacing. Is just not to go off too fast. The amount of races that I've been in and thought to myself, right, I need to stick to this, but the gun goes, get carried away, the adrenaline pumps in, get excited, I'm thinking, oh, this is really easy, I can do this, and then after a couple of miles you're done. So let me know how you get on, let me know your thoughts down in the comments, and as per always, I will speak to you soon. Cheers, onwards and upwards.